If you are holding cash right now, you aren't saving money. You are actively bleeding wealth. We've looked at the data, and the math is terrifyingly simple. Thanks to cumulative inflation, what felt like $100,000 in purchasing power a few years ago is worth significantly less today. In fact, depending on where you live, that same stack of cash might only buy you $72,000 worth of goods compared to just a few years back. Your paycheck doesn't stretch anymore, not because you're spending more, but because your money is broken. If you are a beginner looking at the financial landscape of 2026, the old advice of save for a rainy day is actually dangerous. To survive this economic environment, you cannot be a saver. You have to become an investor. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that, even if you're starting from zero. Welcome back. If you've been watching the channel, you know we focus on the logic of money, stripping away the emotion and looking at the raw data. And the data for 2026 tells us one thing: inflation is a feature, not a bug. It is the silent tax that eats your hard-earned labor while you sleep. In this video, we are going to break down the best investment options for beginners specifically tailored for this year. We aren't talking about gambling on meme coins or trying to day trade your life savings. We are talking about logical, proven vehicles to preserve and grow your purchasing power. We're going to cover the mindset shift you need to make immediately, the specific assets that historically beat inflation, and how you can actually start investing with as little as $100. By the end of this video, you will have a clear roadmap to stop your money from evaporating and start making it work for you. Before we buy a single stock, we have to fix the way you view your bank account. Most beginners treat their savings account like a vault. They think it's safe, but in 2026, a savings account paying you less interest than the rate of inflation is not a vault, it's a fire. Let's look at the logic. If inflation is running at, say, 3 or 4%, and your bank is paying you 1%, your real yield is negative. You are mathematically guaranteed to be poorer at the end of the year than you were at the start. This is why you feel like you're running on a hamster wheel. You work hard, you save, but you can afford less. The wealthy understand one rule: you must own assets. An asset is simply something that puts money in your pocket or appreciates in value to match the devaluation of the currency. When the government prints more money, the price of assets like stocks, houses, and gold tends to rise. Cash stays the same number but buys less. So the first step in your 2026 strategy is to minimize the cash you hold to just an emergency fund and deploy the rest into assets. But which ones? If you are a beginner, your best friend in 2026 is the index fund or the ETF. You've probably heard these terms thrown around by guys like Ali Abdaal or Mark Tilbury, and there is a reason they keep coming up. They work. Picking individual stocks is hard. It requires time, research, and the ability to read balance sheets. Most professionals on Wall Street actually fail to beat the market average over a 10-year period. So, logic dictates: don't try to beat the market, just buy the market. When you buy an S&P 500 ETF like VOO or SPY, you aren't betting on one company. You are buying a tiny slice of the 500 largest, most profitable companies in the United States. If one company fails and goes to zero, it gets kicked out of the index and replaced by a better one. It is self-cleansing. Historically, the stock market returns about 10% per year on average over the long run. Even if inflation is high, this is one of the most consistent ways to outpace it. For a beginner in 2026, this should likely be the foundation of your portfolio. It's boring, it's passive, and it's effective. You don't need thousands of dollars to start this. Many brokerage apps now allow fractional shares, meaning you can start owning a piece of the American economy with that $100 we talked about earlier. Now let's talk about real estate. Traditionally, real estate is the ultimate inflation hedge. When the dollar loses value, the price of physical property usually goes up. Plus, landlords can raise rents to keep up with rising costs. But here is the problem for most beginners in 2026. Home affordability is at historic lows. You might not have the capital for a down payment, or you might not want the headache of fixing toilets at 2 in the morning. This is where REITs come in, real estate investment trusts. Think of a REIT like a stock that invests in real estate. By law, these companies must pay out 90% of their taxable income to shareholders in the form of dividends. This is a powerful tool for passive income. You can buy a share of a REIT that owns apartment complexes, data centers, or medical buildings. You get the benefits of real estate appreciation and regular cash flow, but with the liquidity of a stock. You can buy and sell them instantly on your phone. In an inflationary environment, real estate is tangible. It's real. It's not just paper. Adding REITs to your portfolio gives you diversification away from just tech stocks and aligns your money with physical assets that tend to hold their value when the currency gets weaker. We've covered the safe foundation with index funds and the tangible assets with REITs. Now let's look at individual stocks. If you have a slightly higher risk tolerance and want to try to accelerate your gains, you can allocate a smaller portion of your portfolio here. But be careful. In 2026, you shouldn't just buy what's trending on social media. You need to look for companies with pricing power. Pricing power is the ability of a company to raise its prices without losing customers. Think about it. If the cost of raw materials goes up due to inflation, a weak company gets crushed. A strong company passes that cost to the consumer, and the consumer pays it anyway because they need the product. Think about essential services, dominant tech monopolies, or consumer staples. These are the best stocks to buy when you're worried about the dollar losing value. You want to own the companies that collect the dollars, regardless of what those dollars are worth. If you are going to pick stocks, look for strong cash flow and low debt. High interest rates crush companies with lots of debt, so stick to quality. I started this video by telling you that cash is trash, and I stand by that for long-term wealth. However, you still need liquidity. You cannot invest money that you might need for rent next month. If the market dips by 20% and you're forced to sell your stocks to pay a bill, you lock in a loss. That is a disaster. So, where do you put your emergency fund in 2026? Not in a checking account. You need a high-yield savings account, or HYSA. Online banks are offering significantly higher rates than traditional brick-and-mortar banks. While a 4 or 5% yield might barely keep up with inflation, it is infinitely better than the 0.01% your big bank is giving you. This isn't an investment designed to make you rich. It is an insurance policy designed to keep you from having to sell your assets at the wrong time. Keep 3 to 6 months of expenses here and invest the rest. The financial landscape of 2026 can be intimidating. The cost of living is high, and the purchasing power of your salary is under constant attack. It's easy to feel like the system is rigged against you. And in many ways, for the person who simply saves cash, it is. But you can choose to be on the other side of that equation by shifting your mindset from saver to investor. By utilizing index funds, REITs, and quality assets, you stop being a victim of inflation and start benefiting from the growth of the economy. The best time to invest was 10 years ago. The second best time is right now. Don't let analysis paralysis stop you. Open the account, deposit that first $100, and buy your first share. If you found value in this logical approach to finance, do me a favor, hit that like button so this video reaches more people who need it.